Hey everyone, this is Ms. Anderson from the Lufkin Early College High School. Today I'm going to be talking about how to decide which dual credit courses to take in order to ensure the maximum transferability for not only your college, not only your core curriculum, but also your personal degree plan at the university you go to. So I want you to pull up two different things for me from the Google Classroom. So first you're going to click on the link that says Community College to Your Planning Guide. What that's going to do is it's going to pull up the SFA Community College to Your Planning Guide that will give you a list of every major that they offer. And then I'd like you to pull up the SFA Course Transfer Notes example. What this document is going to have is a lot of information about each of the courses we offer at the Lufkin Early College High School. So, for example, a lot of you are probably pretty familiar with art appreciation. So it gives you, the course is called at Angelina College Art Appreciation. It's Art 1301. If you want to check your course request or your schedule on Skyward and make sure you have this class, it's called DC Art 1. And the way it transfers to SFA, the number at SFA is Art 280. So that's something a little bit confusing about colleges, is that each college is going to have its own course numbering system. So you actually have to look up what Arts 1301 counts for at SFA, which is Art 280. So we will, I'll have a later video that will talk to you about how to use something called TCCNS, which is going to be the website where you can look up what every single course at AC counts at as at any public university in the state of Texas. And then I've left you some spots to take some notes. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by looking at these degree plans. We're actually going to do a BA in psychology today because we have lots and lots of students who are interested in taking psychology as a major. So you're going to notice this has like a list of courses here, and they're split up into different categories. So you'll see creative arts, communication, component area option, government, American history, language, philosophy and culture, etc. So these should look a little bit familiar to you if you watched our core curriculum video or core complete video, because these are going to be the same categories pretty much as the core complete. So we're going to start with creative arts. This one should be pretty easy, and look and see for each of these categories what you need to take for your particular major. And I love the way that SFA has this on their website because it's very, very easy to look at. Okay, and you always want to read these little subheadings because sometimes they have specific information that you need to make sure you're taking the right thing. So we've got creative arts, 3 hours. You need to complete 3 hours from Art 280, 281, and it gives you some courses. Okay, so we've got Art Appreciation, Art 280. That sounds awfully familiar to me. So I'm going to go back to my blank page and look and see, okay, Art 280, that's something that's offered at Lufkin High School as a dual credit course. I'm going to go ahead and get my creative arts credit out of the way while I'm still in high school. You can actually just continue to go down the list with these. So creative arts, we've got that. Communications, you definitely want to make sure that you're reading this little subtext that says, I need 3 hours from English 131, and I need 3 hours from either COM 111, 170, or 215. So we can go back over here and see, okay, so we've got that 131 that is offered at high school. And so I can go ahead and get my communication credit out of the way while I'm still a Lufkin High School student. And then I can also get my public speaking credit out of the way while I'm still a Lufkin High School student. So each area is the same. You're just going to keep going through this list. So you'll have the component area option, government and political science, American history, language, philosophy and culture, math, life and physical science, social and behavioral sciences. You'll have these additional humanities courses for particularly a psychology major. This isn't actually the same for every major. And then you'll have, they require additional foreign language if you are a psychology major. Okay, so we're going to go forward to the completed notes page. So if I was a psychology major, my notes page might look like this. It looks like my art appreciation is going to count towards my major. Biology for non-science majors will count towards my major. I'm really able to take most of the courses that are available at the Lufkin ECHS to count towards my major if I'm a BA psychology at SFA. Okay, so one thing I want to point out before we end this video, I don't want to make it too long, but I do want to point out every major is different. So if you are going to major in nursing, you're not going to have the same coursework as somebody who majored in psychology. So if you're going to do the BSN in nursing, you're going to notice some of this is very similar. Like we've got this art appreciation, very similar. We've got our communications classes. We've got our component area option that requires 3 hours from English 132 and 3 hours from one of these, which we've got our Spanish. Government, American history is the same. Looks like language, philosophy, and culture is the same. But you'll notice when we come down to math, whereas you had a lot of different options in the BA psychology, you could have taken finite or stats or college algebra or calculus. For a BSN in nursing, they only want statistics. And thankfully, that is the statistics that we offer. So you could mark this over here if you were a BSN, but that is the only course that they'll take. And you're also going to notice they're more specific on their sciences. So they want 6 hours in science, and it has to be either from Bio 238 and Chemistry 111 or 133. And so when you look at our transfer plan, this biology for non-science majors will not work for this degree. And so you'll also see some courses down here that we don't offer dual credit. But this is just to show you there are some things, well, you know, our science for non-science majors, our biology for non-science majors worked for a BA in psych. It's not necessarily going to work for a BSN in nursing. And you can look at all sorts of things, like here's a BS in biochemistry. Some of it's going to be really similar, and then you see, okay, the writing will be different. The writing courses that you have to take are different under the component area. We're going to have to take calculus, which is not a math class that we offer dual credit, but we do offer it AP, and that would be a wonderful option. Again, these sciences are not sciences that we offer dual credit, and so it would not be a good idea for a biochem major to take biology for non-science majors. But the math and the science are good things to pay careful attention to, but you want to pay careful attention to all of this to make sure that you're getting the correct credits. And as always, we can definitely help you to look at this, but just know that every single major is going to be different. As you get into the maths and sciences, you are going to have the math and science be more specific. And so again, here's an engineering major, and you definitely have to have calculus, and then you're going to be required to have chemistry for your life and physical sciences, which is something we don't offer dual credit. Now, it would be worth looking into possibly taking an AP chemistry, just even for the experience of that rigor, but it's not something we offer dual credit. But using this system and going through this transfer plan and looking up for your major, each of your credits can be really, really helpful. This one that I've made here, this notes page, is really just for SFA. But I'll be adding a blank one to our Google Classroom, and I'll also be adding some for some of the most common universities that students go to. All right, as always, please give us a call, give us an email if there's something you don't understand. We may not know the answer, but we can definitely get on the phone to your college or university and research that for you. Thank you. Have a great day.